How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 29 today of Park 2 Primera. Today we've got a double header towards the top of the table. Levante and Valencia, the two teams we're taking on today, both at home. I need us to turn around our fortunes because we have been awful since you were last here. Of course, last episode we were taking on Villarreal, and at the time I was pretty content with the 1-1. It wasn't ideal, but given the difficulty of the fixture, given our standing, a point there was nothing to be ashamed of. In hindsight, it kind of looks like it was the beginning of a slump that started, of course, with the game against Fuenlabrada. You can see we kicked things off in our last three with a defeat against Getafe. Not what I want to see by any means. We were maybe a tad unfortunate when you look at the game like this. It was a very, very close game. All the action came in the first half, and despite, a late flurry of chances here and their complete lack of creativity in the second half, we lost 3-2. Yeah, not good. In the next game, things didn't get much better for us. A great defensive display, followed up with a real lack of potency up front. 0-0 it finished. Let's just move on from the Granada game. It was bad. And what was also bad was a draw against Mallorca. Of course, a team we were promoted with last year. You can see in this game, a 2-2 draw. There's a very similar trend emerging here. But what makes this result so much worse is the fact that they were down a man for the best part of this match. And yet, we ended up drawing. I mean, we're not losing, but at the same time, we've had a bit of rotten luck, I think. And well, hopefully it's going to be turned around today. And well, our bad luck was not just limited to goings-on on the pitch, because, oh no, we had a youth intake, and there's a couple of good players in here, but it wasn't a good bunch by any means. I think of all the players we had in the intake, we've agreed to sign 4 of them? Yeah, the players to talk about, I suppose. Firstly, Luis Manuel Munoz, a player with a load of potential, but his current ability is very, very lacking. We'll keep an eye on him. If he develops, fantastic. Elsewhere, Ibanez has joined us. He is a centre attacking mid. He looks interesting as a player. Again, a player who I'd be happy with him in any other save game. I feel like the standards have been set so high with all our youth intakes that this year's just feels like a disappointment. Ibanez is the best of the bunch. We also have here Svetinovic, who, he's not very good. He was the 3rd best player. Let's leave the intake for now. Let's not talk about these guys anymore. It's just making me upset. So in terms of the current scenario right here and now, we have slumped down to 5th. You might have expected us to drop down the league more with our recent form, but as you can see here, Villarreal and Valencia also aren't in the best run of form at the moment. All the teams at the top kind of bottling it. The title race is hotting up with Real Madrid in the kind of driver's seat, I suppose, 2 points clear. But we're not worrying about the top 3. We'll keep an eye on it. But we just need to make sure we're in Europe come the end of the year. We need to make sure we're between 5th and 7th. Before I left things, I would have said there's a good chance of that, but slowly but surely, there's a traffic jam emerging behind us. I'm kind of looking over our shoulders now, realising there's a fair few teams on our tail, and that makes today's games against Levante in 4th and Villarreal in 6th really, really important today. So in terms of team selection for today's game, it's an absolute mess. Blanco is suspended. Rojas is suspended as well, so let's get some rotation going on here. Bit annoying that we're without Blanco for such an important game against, obviously, a team that we are fiercely competing with in the league. And you may have noticed here, Bicho is injured as well. How bad is it, you might ask? It's bad. 3 to 5 months he's going to be out with a broken lower leg. That is not what the doctor ordered. So this is the team we're going to go with for today's game. Ferry's going to come into the team for Blanco. Onana's going to be playing at centre-back with Vélez. They've been developing a nice little partnership. I feel like a lot of the team's been in flux this year. The fact that our kind of 2 attacking players have a partnership and our 2 centre-backs have a partnership really gives you an idea of where the stability has lied within this team this year. Of course, with the injury to Bicho, Hardy has to come in. I don't have particularly good backups in the left attacking mid area. In hindsight, maybe it's somewhere I should have looked at in January. Certainly now it is a position I'm already targeting players for and looking at the options that we might have available to us. But yeah, Hardy's going to play for us today. He's not done a lot so far. He's not started many. Maybe today's the day. But anyway, let's submit the team for today's game. Of course, it's a double header. We're going to get into this right away. Levante in 4th. We are in 5th. Both of us have been in pretty horrific form as of late. A win here, and we look good for Europe, I want to say. Of course, 7 games remaining after this one. We're getting towards the business end. That form looks awful, doesn't it, on the right? Right, first highlight of the game, starting with us in possession, out from the back. Machedo, a man who I've sung many a praise of this year. He's been very, very good. Going to build up this attack as Ferry, who started off his time at Racing hot before kind of dropping off a cliff when it comes to form. He's back in the team with Blanco out. Let's see if he can pull some strings from deep as Avramides looks to maraud into the box, goes all on his lonesome. Maybe, just maybe, should have squared it. I kind of like the greed from him in a slightly cynical way. Pablo to whip in the ball. Veyes is there, and, well, he has 11 heading, but he can jump. And once in a blue moon, he hits the target. He's done that there. I believe that is his second or third goal of the season. And, well, just going back to the whole thing about liking players to be greedy. Like any Football Manager player, I get annoyed when the ball isn't squared. We all get annoyed about that. But I kind of like it when a young player has the confidence to go for goal. Maybe that's just my way of coping with it. So Rodrigo Fernandez has picked up a booking. We're not going to take any chances here. We're going to bring in Bissia in at centre-back for him. And then Onana, don't do it, Jack. He's going to play as ball-winning midfielder for us. Of course, a position change that we've done frequently throughout this year. I feel very sorry for him, to be honest. And Bissia probably feels like he deserves to be starting more matches. The amount he ends up coming on at centre-back maybe makes me think we should give him a bit of a run. He's never really let me down. I feel like that's been a kind of trend this year. Throughout this season, there's not been too many absolute clangers. You know, those mistakes you see in Football Manager where you have your head in your hands and you can't quite believe it. No one's done that yet. I feel like I'm inviting it today as they carve us open. But the linesman, I assume his flag's going to be up. It looked offside to me. The referee's consulting VAR. This is almost never not given. And, well, as we can see there, it's not been given this time either. It was offside. Was a really nice piece of build-up play. Not a lot in it at all either. De Frutos, nice finish in at the near post. But well, we hold on. And from the resulting free kick, we're into another highlight. It is all action here. Huadro down to Avramides. He's going to skip past his man. Turns on the afterburners. Look at that acceleration and pace. It's like we've got a prime Raheem Sterling there. Avramides going into the box. Is he going to go down like Raheem Sterling? No, he's going to go on his own again. Someone train him out to pass. Get him on passing training. I should say now and acknowledge the fact there wasn't an episode yesterday. I've actually hurt my back. I'm on pretty powerful painkillers at the moment, but my sleeping pattern has been all over the place. As a result, we're recording this video in the middle of the night because I had a nap all afternoon. And, well, the good news is our team is not sleeping and... well, Levante might be sleeping on our team because we are suddenly 2-0 up. Veyes nods it down. The goal scorer now turned assister at centre-back. Not really what I brought him in to do, but you know what? The young Colombian, he's settling into life in sunny Spain, and at the break, it does not get much better than this. 2-0 up against our big rivals. Are we about to get our first win in 5 games? 5 games without a win. That is awful, isn't it, Hardy? Early goal would be nice, Football Manager. Early goal would be nice. Ferry tries to dint the ball over to Hardy on the far side now. What can he do? He pulls it back. That is a tackle and a half. It's gone flying in. Onana back with it. He goes down back to Hardy. Oh my word. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's like a mosh pit in the penalty area. Ferry comes out with it. In the end, his shot goes not very far of the crossbar. That don't do puns, Jack. An hour gone in this game. We are playing really, really well. I don't want to change too much. You know, this is a game where things are going our way. We are taking our chances, and well, maybe we can craft another opportunity to take care of us. And Ramirez smashes the outside of the post from Pablo Torre's pass inside. Onana's got a bit of a knock. Let's take him off for Bruno Paz. Elsewhere, Hardy is tired. Mexica's had a bad game, though. And you know what? Let's bring in Atakovic. I've been trying to play Atakovic a little bit at centre attacking mid just to help him learn the position quicker. He, of course, being the new signing, the new really creative attacking player that I'm hoping is going to be the Pablo Torre replacement when his loan is up and he returns to Bayern at the end of next season. But no, we're trying to give him game time here and there. This feels like a good opportunity to bring him in, especially because Mexica's not been very good. And well, right there, our defence didn't look very good. Cadewere has scored for them. Dinked over the top, and what, with 20 minutes left... maybe some squeaky bum time is about to commence. Nice build-up play. This ball here through was really, really nice, to be fair. The touchdown was superb. Can't really blame the keeper there. His defence have not helped him out. 2-1 though, we're still in the lead, and am I going to make these tactical changes? Abso-blooming-lutely, and we're going to demand more, but not before the next highlight begins. And while we are looking to build out from the back, as we like to do, Avramidis, that is not the pass I want to see us doing, and now it's Ilic with it. Ferry tackles him, but it goes straight to Almog again. Targets there. And, well, it's rare to see an Englishman in sunny Spain. I love it. I love the Football Manager transfers when a weird and wonderful thing happens. Recently, we started a new save game on Twitch where we're managing Crystal Palace on a summer update. We've sold Benteke to Argentina. Well, not to the nation, but to Boca Juniors in Argentina. I don't know if Target leaving Southampton to go to Levante is quite as weird as that one. It's definitely up there, though, as a prime Football Manager transfer. Anyway, Jose Marsa, a transfer that we signed this year. Inside to Hardy. Of course, the two Barcelona kind of graduates playing out on the left-hand side. And well, we have a chance here. Huadro can't find the target. I'm not sure if you can call Marsa and Hardy graduates of the Barcelona Academy, considering they never played for the first team. It's like they dropped out of school and decided to come to Santander, which personally I think is almost more respectable than getting the graduation, getting your qualifications over at Barcelona. Well, we have a chance here. Atakovic, you've got to. He doesn't. I feel like today we're all over the... I feel like the painkillers I've taken, they're doing me wonders. They're making this commentary go all over the place. I hope you're enjoying the wild ride here. Avramidis does a little turn, gives it to Bruno Paz, lays it off to Hardy, pull it back. He can't do it. He kicks it into the man at the back here, and there is not a lot of time left in this game. Should we time waste? Let's just get the job done. Let's get the job done. Let's make this happen. There is 2.5 minutes to hold on. They have possession, though, at the edge of our box. This is not what we want to see right now. Munoz's effort is blocked. Falls, though, to Almog again. He's got his back to goal. Ferry gets a toe on it. Could we spring the counter-attack? They have committed men up the field here. It's going to be dinked wide to Avramidis, who has the pace maybe to get in behind. He pulls it back. Hardy can't quite get there. They're going to look to come the other way. It's open, end-to-end stuff here in the last 3 minutes of the game, which isn't really what we want, considering we're the team holding on to the lead. Munoz here at the near post, looking to whip it in. Does so. The effort, though, by Vucevic, just wide of the post. And with that, we are going to cling on for a vital win. Look at the amount of shots and chances for either team as that game went on. There was definitely a point there where legs went for either team and the match opened up. But despite that, we've held on to a deserved lead, I think, all in all. And with that, we go up to 4th. And our very next game is against Valencia. If we win this game in hand, we can go 5 points clear of Levante in a Champions League spot with 6 games left of the season. That is mad. We play Valencia in 3 days. It's a big one. It's a game in hand. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Okay, gang, we are back here for the second game of today's episode against Valencia. The Copa del Rey final is going on at the same time as our game, so I have no idea if anyone's actually going to be watching our game, despite the fact apparently it is going to be on TV. But let's see how we get on. And, well, in terms of team news for today's game, Onana is not really fit enough to play. Could do if I wanted to play him. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it. Has anyone ever played a player when they have fair condition? I feel like now I like to always just look for full hearts. Obviously, the big change this year in Football Manager is the removal of the percentages. I'd be interested to know, has that impacted how you go about your team selection and rotating things around now? Well, in terms of our team, not too much actually in the way of rotating things around. Basia's going to start with Onana out. Fernandez comes back into the team at defensive mid. He was kind of fit enough to recover for today's game. And Blanco, he's back from being a naughty boy. I'm hoping he's going to turn up in this game here. We need him to put in an inspired performer as one of the big leaders in our team. And well, anyway, let's get into this. Of course, Valencia, one of the bigger teams in Spain. One of those teams that certainly when I was growing up, you associated with playing in and around Europe year on year. In this save game, obviously, they're in a bit of a disappointing year. They'll be wanting to beat us to thrust themselves back into the contention, I suppose, for 4th place. But as we talked about after our previous game, a win here for us, we go 5 points clear in the Champions League spots, no less, with 5 games remaining. So this is a very, very big one. A defeat here, they would go 1 point behind us. So it's a huge game. Let's not try and play this down. Can we make it 2 for 2? Let's find out, shall we? Throw in on the far side, Marsa to Hardy, the two youngsters linking up, and Avramidis, he's there at the back post. He's not known for his heading ability, the small Argentinian winger, but he very nearly scored there, and well, we might need to find another header of the ball as Pablo's overhit free kick hits the crossbar. I wondered if we might be able to pick out man of the match of the last game, Velez. He got an assist and a goal from centre-back last time. Oh my word, Pablo has another effort from range. This one parried over for a corner. We're knocking on the door. Where is Valencia's head? I've said Valencia's head there. I mean, that is a Valencia head that's got onto it. I meant Velez's head. I don't want them to win the corner. Another corner. Speaking of corners, can we make something of this one? Pablo in Velez. He's very big. He's very tall. And unfortunately, he's headed that one over. He does that a lot. And that's going to be all the action for the half. They've had 2 shots. They've not had one on target. It's going really, really well, except from we're yet to find the breakthrough. So into the second half we march, and straight away it's a corner. Maxi Gomez heads it away. Jose Gaia now to look to, well, maybe bring the ball out from defence here and catch us on the break. Avramidis, though, puts in a massive tackle. That's not what he's there to do, really, the winger. But you know what? When you see a winger put in that kind of tackle, you hope it's going to rally the troops. It's going to inspire the men around him. As, well, he might need to do a bit more defending here as they're marauding down this left-hand side. Maxi Gomez in the middle. Gives it back to Musa, but Hardy nips in there. It's a 2-on-3. Hardy has pace. Can he make the right decisions here in the final third? Can he make the right... I mean, he's just going to do that. We don't need Bicho. We've got Hardy. What the hell was that? What an insane solo effort. It's weird. I just thought he was going to run through and then smash it over or into the side netting, but no. He goes round one man and he just tucks it into the bottom corner, in off the post. It does not get better than that, does it? An hour gone in this game. I'm just wondering what changes I want to make. They're making their own changes. Let's make some of ours. Mahika's been poor again today. I'm going to bring in Gabels. I've not given Gabels nearly enough opportunities. He had that really long-term injury, and then with Vatakovic coming in, he's not quite been as early on the team sheet as other players. Elsewhere, we'll take on Avramidis and bring in Martinez, who's had a really great year from a development perspective. On the pitch, I mean, he's got goals and assists, but as his average rating suggests, there's many, many games where he really doesn't do anything. But maybe today can be a game where he does do something. We'll make the subs. We'll demand more. 20 minutes left. They've still not had a shot on target, and now we have a set piece. We whip it in. It's Velez heading it over again. 7 minutes left here. This is pretty tense at this point. We have dominated this game. We deserve to win this game on the balance of play. Can we get a goal here? Gabels is through. He was onside, but it's a huge stop by the keeper that keeps it at 1 goal. And the longer it stays like this, the more those nerves start to creep in that maybe we could, I don't know, balls it up. Maybe somehow from this situation in a game we've dominated, we may not be able to come away with all 3 points. And, well, I don't want to see them running down on our goal either. Martinez is on off the bench. He's actually got a bit of a knock. They've now gone to a mental attacking formation. I think they might be down a man as well. I think maybe a player's got injured for them. I think I caught that just as we started this highlight. Gaia bringing it forward. Big, big tackle. Hardy should have space to run into now. They're playing a 3 at the back. Their wingers are going to be getting high up the pitch, and while we can look to double up on them as Martinez goes in. It's a crunching tackle by Gonzalez, though. He launches it forward, and now they look to break away. Is that Harry Wilson, of all men? He tries to lay it forward. Basile reads it like a buck. If they are down a man and playing with 3 at the back, you've got to imagine this highlight is going to end with us getting a goal. Hardy, so much time and space. Can he get his second of the game? Of course he can. What a win this is going to be. And what an episode performance by Hardy. I'm sorry I criticised you. I say that. He's been awful all of this year. He's decided to turn up in the big matches. The ball here by Blanco was really, really nice as well. A super intelligent pass. And that finish, pretty perfect into the bottom corner. And that, I think, is going to be that. I think we're done. I think we're good. They did go down a man. I did see that correctly. They ended the game apparently with this. Anyway, Hardy scored for us. He got man of the match with his 2 goals. I mean, the first was the pick of the bunch, but 2 really nice finishes by him. And those 2 goals make us look like we are the real deal, dare I say. I mean, where did that performance come from? When you look at his profile and stuff, he should be a really good player, but he's just not quite put in the performances. I say that. Today he really has put in the performances, and they could be goals that see us get Champions League football. Elsewhere, Resende just got 2 goals and 2 assists whilst out on loan. He's having an absolute banger of a loan spell, playing down in the 3rd tier of Spain, I believe. 25 goals in 31. At 21 years old, has he developed enough to play in the first team? I mean, if we compare him with Hardy, I bet there's not a massive difference between them. In fact, you can make an argument Resende's better. He's having a really good loan spell. Maybe I should sell Giga Bells and bring back in Resende. Either way, Martinez is unfortunately out injured. But you can see here, we are up in 4th all of a sudden. 5 points clear of Levante. And, well, with the games that we have remaining, surely now we have to be dreaming of European football in some capacity. We've got Espanyol and Sevilla to end the month of April. We will come back next time, and I think we might do the last 3 games of the season live. Kind of react to things as they pan out. I imagine this is going to be a season where it goes down to the wire. Away from home against Sevilla and Atleti are going to be tough. But what a great turnaround. After an awful run of form, I was kind of dreading today's episode, knowing the doubleheader and the teams we were going to be playing. But if we were being tested, I think we got through that test with flying colours. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up everything from me today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do drop a like on it. And until next time, it is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out. Why did I salute? That was weird. That felt creepy.